Hey y'all, it's Macy and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be making a meal prep for my northern blue-tongued skink, George. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I first start by cutting up my greens. I personally use turnip greens, but you can use any type of green, such as collard greens, mustard greens, turnip greens like I used. And I also used arugula. Try to pick between 2 to 3 vegetables. And the last vegetable that I used was squash. But remember, for any hard vegetables that you need to boil them. And after this I added blueberries, but remember not to add many fruits because they are sweet and full of sugar. Next we're going to be adding our protein. I used livers as they are very good for blue-tongued skinks. And y'all, do not judge me. I am not good at cutting up liver at all. So I had no idea what I was doing. But now we are adding ground turkey. This is going to be like the main protein. And remember, for adult blue-tongued skinks, you want more vegetables than protein. So I did end up adding more vegetables because I had noticed I had a bunch of protein and we need at least like around 60% of vegetables and 40% protein. By the way, you can use ground turkey, ground chicken, ground beef, rabbit, duck. Just make sure there's no additives. You definitely do not have to use the same protein and vegetables as me. Just make sure there's 60% vegetables and 40% protein and like not a lot of fruit at all. It's really best not to add fruit, but I just added it for taste because he does not like vegetables. But anyways, as you can see, I added more vegetables and I'll just cut them up. And my squash was done, so I went ahead and took that out and put it with the vegetables because we're gonna just make sure you have the vegetables separated from the meat for right now because we're gonna be adding we're gonna be mixing the vegetables all together. So just make sure they're separate. Okay, and as you can see, we are now adding all the vegetables to the blender. Basically for this consistency, you don't need to add any water, just add the vegetables, add all the vegetables, no water. We are not looking for a liquidy mess. Think of this as a kind of like thick smoothie, but for your blue-tongued skink, not for you. Mwahahaha. But anyways, we're now gonna mix our meat and our veggies. So add your meat to a big bowl along with your veggies that you have chopped up and made into like a smoothie or whatever. And I didn't get it on record, but make sure you add calcium. I used calcium without D3, but if you don't have UVB, then make sure you use with D3. I personally added a good amount because we do have a bunch of meat in here. But anyways, you want to mix the calcium, the veggies, and the meat all together. Basically so that this is your mixture for your meal prep. I then made little balls like this this is going to be each meal. Obviously how much you add, it depends on your skink, their weight, their age. Are they trying to lose weight? Are they trying to gain weight? It all depends on your skink specifically. As you can see, I now got my blue-tongued skink bowl out because I'm about to feed him. And I went ahead and plopped some good old meal prep on there. And y'all, I've never seen him eat veggies like this. Oh my gosh, he literally loved this. And I forgot to add that for each meal prep, like for each serving, you're gonna freeze it. And it will last up to 4 months, but anything after 4 months, you're going to want to go ahead and throw away. And make sure for every 4 months or whenever you get done with all the serving sizes that you buy different vegetables and different proteins because they need to have variety. I'm not saying that each time that they have to have a different protein and vegetable because obviously you'd run out of vegetables and protein to feed. But just make sure you don't get the same thing 2 times in a row each grocery trip. But anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!